Hi, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist. Okay, we're going to talk about under eyes. So I get a little bit of darkness under my eyes and I use color corrector. And here is what I use to do my eyes. Frenchie lip and cheek color. And I love Frenchie to start with. It's all trial and error because, again, I've said this many times. My palette is not your palette. I always start with Frenchie to try with under eye darkness. It's always my first go-to. Some people use Scarlet. I have 2 customers who use Scarlet and love it. But I always start with Frenchie, and it's also a beautiful cheek color, and it's a really great lip color. And so that's another reason why I like to start with it, is because it can do so many really good things. And then my brightening color, and right now that's Aura. And so I'm gonna be using these 2 colors together. So let's get started. I'm gonna be using the blend brush to do this. So with the magic of video editing, I'm gonna zoom in on my face. And under my eye, I just get a little bit of darkness. And you can see right here, I get just a dart of darkness. And that's where I color correct. I don't color correct anywhere else. Nobody needs to be smearing a lot of product around to color correct one small area, because fixing one little area can make a huge difference under your eye. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna go in with my pinky because, well, it's my smallest finger. And I'm gonna put just a little bit on. So with your under eye, soft tissue is easily texturized. It doesn't take much to add texture to your under eye because there's nothing under it holding it up. You don't have an orbital bone. You don't have that structure right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tiny, tiny amount, and I'm gonna put it just on that little dart area under my eye. And it's gonna add a little bit of pink, and I'm gonna blend this down, and it's gonna make it look pink. But what I'm doing is I'm not adding the coverage, I'm neutralizing the color. And that's what I'm doing. So then I'm gonna go in with the blend brush, and I'm gonna go in with the small end, and I am gonna tap into my brightening color. I'm gonna put a little bit on. You can barely see it on there. I'm gonna tap over my inner corner here, add a little more, and I'm gonna tap onto my outer corner here. I don't need to add more. What's left on the brush, I'm just gonna tap it back and forth, and I'm gonna bring this up. And when it gives a bit of an eye lift, it can tidy up your shadow, and it just gives you a brightness, a lightness. I just notice if I don't use a color corrector, it just doesn't brighten it up the way I like it brightened. And it evens out the tone, and by steepling over that color corrector, you're not mixing it together. And that's it. That's how easy color correcting is. So let's try this again. Little finger, going into that little dark area, coming up. Some people get very dark right here. I know I look a little dark on this side right there. Just gonna add a touch of it, tap, blend it out. And again, I'm not covering this whole big area under my eye. Going in with the little end, grabbing some of my brightening, I'm just tapping over it, bringing that up right there, grabbing a little more, bringing it out here, and then I'm just tapping this together. And I get a little discoloration here, so I just bring it down, and I'm just tapping, tapping, tapping. Tap, 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 tap. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Your makeup doesn't look like this under your eye if you're smearing a big old thing of concealer, tapping a bunch of dots of concealer. It's really hard to get the control you can have with these creams. I'm gonna take this fluffy in, and I'm just gonna marry right here, and that's it. That's color correcting your under eye. I'm gonna zoom back out and say, have a good day.